Hey guys, it's Will and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making what is probably the best wallet I have ever made, and that's not best because of the build of the wallet. I've been looking for a while for a wallet that is perfect for me. It has the right amount of card slots, has the right design, and this is it. So first we're going to cut the crocodile down. This is a glazed dark blue. It looks black in the video, but it's actually a dark blue crocodile. And we're going to be selecting the interior leather. This is a goat skin, and I was choosing between two. I chose this sort of pinky purple, and I think it worked really well. So I'm gonna be doing a rough cut around the pattern pieces. That's just to make my life a little bit easier when working with this goat skin. Now I've done a rough cut of the goat skin to make it more manageable. I'm going to be doing a accurate cut, so around the pattern of the pattern pieces. Now this is one of my favourite parts because you start to see the style of the wallet coming together. I decided to extend those tabs slightly on the side of the pockets just to give me a little bit of extra wiggle room when attaching the front pocket onto them. It may look like I'm skiving the wrong side of this leather. I'm skiving the grain side, but that's because these tabs are designed to join between the panel in front and the T-slot. I'm skiving them to give me a really smooth transition, so you don't see any lumps or bumps between the two pockets of the card slot. I'm obviously not showing all of this, the splitting, just because the video would be far too long if I did. But I'm splitting down the lining pieces, so I'm going down to about 0.8 millimeters, and it's time for that all-important glue up. Getting a really consistent pressure, a really secure pressure when you're gluing the front panel to the lining is super important, which is why I'm using that roller. And now cutting the excess, the sort of flashing, if you like, off the outside of the panels that I've glued the lining to. I do love a bit of crocodile. As you can see at the top of the frame in that clip, there's actually a little bit of glue spillover, but because this is a glazed crocodile, you can rub that off, and I'd suggest rubbing most leathers with microfiber. It works really, really well. Now, because once you put the pockets on the pocket backing panel, you can't edge paint them. You need to crease and edge paint them before you put them together. When you're gluing to the grain side of leather, it's actually really important to scuff it up. You can use a scalpel, or I just used a roughing tool there, because if you don't, the glue will simply just peel off. It won't adhere properly to the finished side, which is the grain side of leather. There's just, it's because it's finished, there's no porosity to it. So the glue, the contact adhesive won't absorb in. Now I get a lot of questions about why I double stamp. It's to flatten out the grain, or in this case the scales of the leather, because if you don't, the foil actually won't stick to it properly. It's too bumpy, so you do a blind emboss first, and then you follow it with the foil if in fact you're doing foil. Now in a minute you're going to be seeing me edge paint these card units. I actually edge painted the wrong side first, which is why you don't see any stitching on that side. This side here, there's no stitch marks or stitching, and that's because I actually edge painted the wrong side, but I finished it very shortly after. I just didn't record me resolving my stupidity. It's time to put the card units onto the, I guess you could call it the cash slot. I do love matching the thread to the leather. It just, I think it looks a lot more classy than having something super contrasty. Certain leathers, a contrast stitch looks nice, but when the leather is quite bright itself, having a contrast stitch I think looks really classy. And it's time to put the cash slot onto the main back panel. This is a little bit more challenging because the back panel is actually longer. It's wider, longer, I don't know which dimension you want to talk about, than the cash slot. And that's so that it naturally bends. Otherwise you won't be able to bend it properly, otherwise it will try and stretch the leather. Tapping the stitches is actually a lot more important than people think. People think that tapping and creasing is just for aesthetics. It's really not. I've got a video coming up soon where I go into details about why it's important to tap and crease your products or your leather goods. So don't forget to subscribe, otherwise you'll miss out on that. And it's a really in-depth video. Obviously it takes a lot more than just one coat to edge paint any piece of leather, but it's literally the same process over and over again. So I'm just showing putting one coat on, otherwise I think you guys will get bored. But if you want to learn more about edge painting, I actually have a video dedicated just to learning how to edge paint, and you can find that on my channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a fantastic day and enjoy your weekend.